for this?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Donna Sports Show, brought to you by my great friends and sponsors, J.D. Muggs, with 33 great beers in Addison, Illinois. Ozzy's, the world's best subs. Yes, you got to get into Ozzy's right there at Wolf and Grand. Man, you got to go in there, meet Ralph. All the staff there, very friendly. You get a beautiful sub sandwich, Italian scrambler, Italian sub. You can do a lot of things, cash checks, and see Kathy while you're in there. She'll cash your check, give you a money order. Ozzy's, the world's best subs. And Auto Advantage in Addison, Illinois, a great place to get your car fixed right on Lake Street. The golf courses of the Forest Preserve District of DuPage County. Wow, get out, and you know what? That one golf course is going to be open, Oak Meadows on Addison Road, all year long. Yep. So you can get out there and golf in January, February, weather permitting, of course. Not much snow, but they're going to stay open. Even if there's a little snow, go out and golf. Gets up into the high 40s. You can play. Get over to Oak Meadows on Addison Road. Wayne H. O'Brien. The H stands for houses. You want to buy or sell your house? Call Wayne O'Brien. Primerica Investments with my nephew Mike Figarelli. Man, he's a great guy. I tell you, got my investments with him, making anywhere from 5 to 7% on my money. Yes, you could do that. Mike Figarelli, Primerica, and of course Fox Bowl in Wheaton on Butterfield Road, a great place to go bowling. And speaking of bowling now, we're gonna put in a call. All right, Johnny, put in a call to my friend Shadow Raybach, because in his prime, Shadow Raybach was the best bowler of the Dukes. The Dukes, our softball team and our bowling team. And Shadow Raybach, in his prime now, he was the best. Boy, you couldn't beat him. And he's having a little trouble with a leg there. He had a little accident, slipped and hurt his leg. So of course he's not bowling like he used to, but he still gets out and bowls in the Dukes Bowling League. And we're going to talk to the Shadow. Is his nickname, okay? But Bill's his real name, of course. But he got the nickname of the Shadow. And when we hung around in Elmwood Park at Jim and Pete, so we're getting in a call to the Shad. He's doing a little rehab out there in Oak Brook, and he's going to give us a call. And Johnny's trying to get him on the line now. And soon as he calls, we'll get him on. But we're going to talk, of course, about the Bears, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, hockey, Bobby Hull Day in Addison, Illinois. Yes, can you believe that? Bobby Hull Day in Addison, Illinois. They named a street after him, Bobby Hull Way. There's Byron and Mavis is where he lived for 8 years. 9 years. That's right, 9 years in Addison, Illinois. His kids went to the schools out there, and mayor got together with Ron Modis, who put it all together. Ronnie really did it. I kind of helped a little, but not near as much as Ron Modis, to get Byron Avenue named Bobby Hull Way. And there's at least 6 or 7 signs along Byron Avenue. If you get a chance, go down there. 205 is where he lived. House is still there. He remembered it. He came into town. We had a real great day. It was great. We'll talk some college basketball. How about that, huh? Illinois ranked number 1. And the Bulls, of course, they don't have Derrick Rose. They don't have Michael Jordan. But they're all right. They lost last night against the Clippers, but Clippers are very vastly improved. And that I kind of figured that, when they play the top 5 teams, I don't know if they can beat them on a regular basis, and they're okay. They're pretty good. They hung with them. They only lost by, I believe, 5 points last night. But you could just tell they just don't have the talent like they did years ago. So we'll talk a little bowling, of course, with my friend Jeff. He probably won't call because, boy, the poor guy, get this, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, an electrical fire in his home in Melrose Park, and he couldn't believe it. He smelled some smoke, and he ran downstairs, and oh my gosh, the poor guy's house was engulfed in smoke, and he called 911. Of course, the fire department got there. They had to get out of the house, and this smoldering fire started in the basement, and that was it. The firemen got there, and and he lost everything. So, geez, I just really feel bad for the guy. You can imagine losing all your stuff. Just look around your house now with all the stuff you have in cabinets and stocked away, and things you've saved and so on. Every single one is gone, he said, because the smoke damage it is terrible. And the firemen got in there, and of course with the water, and everything got wet, and it's just a poor guy. Just feels sorry for him. So maybe we'll start a Jeff Trusco fund. But okay, we got Shadow on the line.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, Shad, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, you're gonna get out pretty quick, huh? You're over in that rehab place.
Right.
Are you gonna make the Duke's Christmas party?
No, I don't get out till Saturday.
Ah, darn it. One day, huh, Shad?
I know it. It kills me, but I can't change the rules,
Yeah. Well, maybe we could change the party, huh?
It might be easier than changing the rules.
Yeah, I think so. Hey, Shad, a little background on yourself. When you started out, a little guy there in Elmwood Park, and then bring us up to date with your family now, Shad.
Well, right now there's just the wife and I and the 3 kids that are all married off and their own families going. And we had a wonderful life. We're married 51 years now. Next in February 2nd.
Wow, good for you. That's Tony, right?
Yes, Antoinette, Tony.
Yeah.
And we went together. We went together 8 years before we got married. So we got a long, 59-year togetherness. It was really good.
Yeah, you're the baby.
And everything's going good for us. I had a little bit of an accident, and I had to go for 4 or 5 weeks in a rehab place to get back on my feet. I had a slight stroke on one side of my body, and it affected the other side.
Oh,
but now I'm doing everything I'm told to do, through the exercise, and I'm getting back to normality.
Yeah, right.
Take a little longer.
Yeah. Well, we missed you at bowling, and Kathy was there, of course, and but Mary hurt her wrist, I think.
She was throwing up too. Yeah, she was sick.
Yeah, and
she came back, though. She's all right now.
Mm-hmm.
And just a 2-day thing.
Yeah, but we had a good time. She had a little Christmas. Everybody brought some food and so on, and it worked out all right,
I heard, yeah.
Yeah, and you guys are right up there. You got a good team. I don't know. You're still bowling pretty good, But like I was saying at the beginning of the show, Shad, in your prime, buddy, nobody could beat you.
We enjoyed our sports.
Yeah, you really did, man. You could tell the folks your highest game and highest series, Shad.
279.
Whoa.
The series was 769.
Wow. Gee, that's like about a 230 average. Well, 7. No, wait a minute. What did the average out to? About
250 something.
Yeah, 250 a game, folks. So yeah,
254.
The Shad in his prime, Shad.
I did my best.
Yeah. How many grandkids now, Shad?
We got 4 grandkids, and they're all beautiful.
Yeah, and you name them now because they'll be listening to the show.
Oh, Jimmy is the oldest.
Uh-huh.
And then there's Sophia. Oh, I'm sorry, there's Justin.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Phoenix, Arizona. Is my son boy. My son's boy, Billy.
Okay.
His name is Justin. He's 12. And then I got Sophia and Ryan. They're a girl, boy, and they're like 9 and 8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and they're doing good in school.
Oh, yeah, they're very, very smart kids, not like us,
Yeah. They took after Tony, huh?
Yeah, right. She's more like Tony than me, for sure. But they're good kids.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about bowling, I was bowling real heavy with my job. I was a policeman for 27 years in the city, and then I had another 18 years. So I put in 45 years, but I was in the Bowlers Hall of Fame.
Is that right, Chad?
Yeah,
I didn't.
On their committee. Yeah,
I didn't know that. God bless you. I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. I'd have to. I'll see that sometime, or they must have a little plaque for you somewhere, huh?
Oh, yeah. I've had one at home, and they have one in the, they have a bowling tournament all over the United States and Canada.
Uh-huh.
And they bowl once a year, and it's called the International Police Association Bowling Tournament.
Wow. Uh-huh.
And I've been in it for like probably 18 or 19 years.
Is it? Right, yeah. Yeah.
You know, I love bowling, and
yeah.
We used to go to a different state every year. I went to Canada, I think, twice.
Is that right?
Like different places in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really a fun thing, you know. And policemen, I'm surprised there's a lot of good bowlers that are policemen.
Oh, I would imagine, yeah. I'm sure that. Yeah.
A lot of games, real good games.
You're right. You know, if it wasn't for you, Shad, I would have never been in the ABC tournament that is held once a year. It was the ABC. Now it's a USBC, but everyone should go to that at least once, Shad.
Sure.
And if it wasn't for you, I would have never been there because you organized it, you know?
Yeah, I talked you into going.
Yeah. But I'm glad I did because you really feel like someone special, you know?
Oh, yeah, they march you out there. They have the music, and, you know, they march everybody out from the back of the bowling. They coming out and going to the front and into their stations, their assigned bellies, you know. And
right.
It's really a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's really nice. They don't allow any drinking and
no smoking, nothing.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh.
But it's really, you make you feel like a professional almost, you know, Shad?
Right. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the folks a little bit about your involvement with the Dukes, SAC.
Oh, that was our club. Yeah. That was fabulous. We started, I think, in somewhere around 52, maybe it was.
Wow.
I'm not sure of the year.
Yeah, in that range, though.
Yeah, 52 or 53. It was I was just, I think I was 17 then, but I was only in a short time because I went into the service. I was in for 4 years.
Okay.
And the Dukes were working their way from then on. They were baseball teams. They had dances for our club, you know.
Yeah.
It was probably about 35 guys when we started.
Oh, yeah. We're dwindling down a little bit now, though.
Yeah. Oh, man, we're probably down to 8 people or something.
Well,
they're all in the late 70s.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. But if every once in a while we'll have a get-together, a picnic, Shad, and some of the old guys come around, you know.
Oh, they come in from out of state, sure. We got them in New York, we got them in Michigan, we got them in Florida.
That's right.
Out.
Yeah, you got Big Byron down in Florida there.
Florida. And then your nephew.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Sweet Lou is down there too.
In Florida.
When I get that play together, Shad, they'll come up. They have to come up and be there when I get that play together.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, we got to get them all on the stage. That comes to pass.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something nice?
Well, my brother too. He's in Florida.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the 3 R's. Richard, Robert, Raymond, Raybach, right?
Yeah, 4 R's though.
I would have 4 R's.
4 R's.
Yeah.
He had the confirmation name too, you know. So that gives him 4 names.
He was a good bowler in his prime too. You know?
Yeah, he was very well. Yeah, a good ball player, too.
Yeah. But we had fun and clean fun, you know, Shad.
Oh yeah. Nothing. We didn't do crazy stuff. We did little things, but nothing.
Yeah, a little naughty stuff, but nothing much, you know.
So we had a good run, you know.
We sure did.
Our growing up.
All right, Chad, listen, I know you got to go to, rehab? Not rehab, what do they call it?
Exercise, you know.
Yeah, rehab, I guess. And, it's good you're coming out in a couple days, so.
Saturday morning I'll be flying.
Yeah.
Flying home.
All right.
Flying.
All right, Chad, say hi to the family for me, and we'll see you Saturday, huh?
You bet your life.
All right, take care. All right, Chad. Bye-bye now.
All right.
All right, folks, we'll be right back after this break.
Y'all ready for this?
Hey folks, if you get a chance, get over to J.D. Muggs Bar and Grill, located at 437 North Addison Road in Addison, Illinois. 33 different kinds of beer. Can you imagine that? It's the home of the He-Man Burger, and baby, that is a He-Man Burger. Wait till you see the size of that burger. Chicken Caesar salad, which is one of my favorites. It's a friendly atmosphere. There's karaoke on Wednesday night and a great DJ on Fridays. Call Dean at 630-833-2570.
My name's Tom Sims. I'm the owner of Fox Bowl. We are Fox Bowl Training Center and Pro Shop. We set ourselves apart because we emphasize instructions. We have a full-time bowling instructor, Greg Zika. We have instant replay, videotape each bowler. Another program that we have is our Youth Bowling, USA Bowling. It's an 8-week program, after school type of thing. It's 8 weeks for $88 with instructions, and every child gets a free bowling ball, a $75 value. And thank you from Fox Bowl.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Don of Sports here. Don Figurelli with you. Of course, I'm brought to you by, quite a few sponsors. If you get a chance, get in there and say hi. Take advantage of what they have to offer, like J.D. Muggs, 33 great beers, Ozzy's, the world's best subs, Leiden Old Timers, Auto Advantage, get your car fixed, oil change, get out and play golf at one of the golf courses of the Forest Preserve District of DuPage County. And if you want to buy or sell a house, give Wayne H. O'Brien a call. And speaking of Wayne H., on the line right now is Wayne H. O'Brien. Hello, Wayne. Hello, Wayne. All right. We'll get to Wayne, of course, when he calls in. We'll talk hockey with Wayne H. O'Brien. The guy's 70 years old. He's still playing competitive hockey, and he has his little son playing, about 5 years old, scored about 5 goals in one game. So he's quite a hockey nut. It's too bad he didn't get a chance to come out to Addison for our Bobby Hull Day. Wow. I'll tell you, it was fantastic. What a guy Bobby Hull is. He signed at least 300 autographs on hockey pucks, jerseys. It just anything you could think of. Sticks, guys brought in pictures that they had taken with Bobby. It was just a tremendous day. Got over to the club, the Pyramid Club, and signed autographs till 4 o'clock, from 1 to 4. He wouldn't stop. He said, "How many people are here?" I said, "I don't know, Bobby. He said, "Well, yeah, that's all right. I'll sign it." What a terrific guy. All right, Wayne. Wayne on the line now? Hello, Wayne. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right, buddy. We had a little glitch there, but we got you. I was just explaining, Wayne, that you're 70 now and you're still playing competitive hockey. God bless you, buddy. Yeah, you got your little nephew, your little grandson playing too, huh? He's only 5. What did he do? Score 6 goals in one game or something? What'd you tell me?
Yeah, that was during the summer.
Yeah. Well, that's great to see it. Wayne, you hope he keeps going and enjoys the game, and who knows, he could make it to the pros someday, But even if he doesn't, I'm sure he's going to play high school hockey, and, Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, or club,
he loves it.
Club hockey, But, Wayne, it's too bad you missed that Bobby Hull Day in Addison,
Yeah, I know.
You would have enjoyed it. I know you would have. I couldn't believe the amount of people that were there, Wayne. And, of course, Blackhawk fans, And if we had time to really promote it, oh, man, we could have had 3 times as many. Because even to this day, people come up to me and say, "Hey, when are you having that Bobby Hull Day? I heard you were, I say, "Oh, it's over. We did it already." But in a way, it was good. There weren't that many there, Wayne. I don't know how many autographs he you can only sign so many autographs,
Oh, yeah. And he always signed autographs after games, too.
Yeah.
One of the few that did.
Yeah. And he was just a wonderful character, He's 7. He told me he's going to be 74. Yeah, he's this coming year, I think 74. But you know what? When he wouldn't just sign an autograph, Wayne. I mean, Bobby Hull. Bobby Hull.
Yeah.
He'd say, "Who are you?" "I'm Joe." "Oh yeah, Joe. Do you like hockey?" And he'd write like a paragraph.
Yeah, right.
And the one bad thing about it, though, in a way, and people take advantage of him. when we got there, he was signing autographs at the club called a Pyramid Club, you know. And the guy told me, "Hey Don, tell people only one item. Bobby only can sign one item." I said,
right.
Yeah, and he goes, "Because I see a lot of eBay people here." I go, "What's that? What do you mean eBay people?" You know what they do, Wayne? They get his autograph. They follow him around. They get his autograph, and then they go on eBay, you know, the computer, and sell a jersey or sell a hockey stick.
Yeah, that's pretty low.
Yeah, isn't it though? You know, so I made sure that them guys only got one thing signed. You know, you got to sign something. You know, but only.
Yeah, if I'd have made it, I would have showed him my picture of my grandson.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Of course, he had on a Bruins outfit. But
Bobby would kid about it, you know.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He would. My granddaughter Isabel was there, and my grandson Nick, and he shook their hand, you know, and the guy just a personable guy. And then they had we taped it, you know, and my buddy had some clips of him shooting, you know, Wayne, and they said his shot was like 118 miles an hour. You know, 108.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
That was back before they had the annual competition.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, it was. And they didn't have them flex sticks like they do now, too, you know.
Plus, they didn't have any way of checking speeds.
Yeah, back then, right. But
I don't doubt it at all, man. I'd be scared to death playing against him as a goalie.
Yeah, absolutely. Did he play against Bobby Orr, you know, on the Bruins, or were they different eras?
It was very close.
Was it? Yeah.
I don't know when Bobby Hull went to the WHA. I don't know.
Yeah, I think like 70. I don't know. I want to say. No, wait a minute. He was with the Hawks from 69 to 75 or something. You know. Then he went to the WHA there for 3 or 4 years.
He would have played. He would have played Boston
against
Bobby Orr.
Yeah, that would have been a good matchup. How to see that? Yeah, you know, he said he started skating when he was 4 years old. Bobby did.
I'll tell you, one play I remember directly is that Bobby and Dennis Hall were coming down the ice. Dennis had the puck, and he passed it around behind him, and Bobby Hull took slap shot and scored on Cheevers.
Oh,
and, scored on Bobby Hull or Bobby Orr too.
Oh.
And that was close to his 500th goal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he had 600 and something altogether. You know?
Yeah, right. But,
with the Hawks, and then when he went up to Winnipeg or one of WHA, he scored another 300 up there.
I was talking to you on the phone before. I still think he plays. I think he still skates. I'll bet you.
Yeah. You know, I didn't ask him that. I should have, though. You're right. But I figured, you know, you're right. Well, he probably skates, you know, every so often. But he's living down in Florida now, he said. And, of course, you know, like I say, I asked him a lot of things. I didn't ask him if he was still skating, you know. But he said, you got to be in shape to play that game, you know. He did say that, so.
Yeah, but he said he may still play rad hockey, because I ran into a guy who was 76.
Oh, yeah?
And he skates and puck handles a lot better than I do.
Yeah, that's 76, huh? Oh, I know what I meant to ask you, too, Wayne. I haven't played for so long, right? And and then I was in I don't know, Walmart or something when I went by the hockey aisle, right?
Yeah.
And every stick is curved, you know. But I'm going, how? I don't know. When I played 40
right
years,
right left, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just a straight. How can you shoot a backhand when the thing is curved? You know. Yeah.
Well, you put it on the tip of on the toe of the edge of the puck at a slight angle and it raises it.
You can
really
do it. Yeah, right. I was saying, wait a minute, it's only curved one way. If I remember, my stick was just straight, so I could shoot a backhand or a regular slap shot, with one stick. But they're so curved now. I'm saying, wouldn't it slide off of that or deflect? I don't see how you.
No, you put it on the toe, on the end.
Oh, okay.
And it raises real easy.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
There's some players that can backhand about as easy as they can shoot forward.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something phenomenal.
I know. I said, geez, I ought to start playing a little bit, but I really haven't since I was a kid. But it's a fun sport, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys
love it.
Yeah, don't kill each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in rat hockey and that, you don't kill each other.
Yeah. Not much checking and stuff like that, right? But
there's checking, but I mean it's not.
Not a hard check or a cross.
Into the boards and everything.
Yeah. Well, do you guys wear face masks?
No, I wear the shield. The shield, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, your your face is protected somewhat, right?
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Except the mouth.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least you guys are wearing helmets now. Years ago, no helmet. They were showing a clip of Bobby. Now one guy had a helmet on, but then too many guys were getting hurt, and I mean that was ridiculous. You hit that ice going 90 miles an hour or however fast you're going, it's just common sense,
Yeah, I know one Montreal player went up and back on his head, and he died.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
And
yeah.
That was when the NHL started to say any new contracts.
Yeah.
Wear a helmet.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, that's right. It's sort of like common sense, Wayne.
And I'm really surprised that goalies didn't wear a face mask. They didn't wear a helmet, and it's just unbelievable how they didn't have a whole lot more accidents.
Yeah, than what
goalies.
Well, yeah, most every guy though had their teeth knocked out, right? All the pro guys, almost every single one of them didn't have any front teeth. You'd see old pictures of them smiling,
Oh yeah.
Them guys are just tough. Well, let's switch gears a little bit. Darn it, your Vikings beat our Bears, but I wasn't too surprised at that, Wayne.
Yeah, it was a little unusual, I think, in that they beat them 34-3 or something in Chicago. So
yeah.
I mean,
right.
It's just an off game, I guess.
Yeah, well, the poor Bears, they're losing guy, injuries and so on, and I don't know. I don't know if Cutler is that great of a quarterback anymore.
He's a good quarterback, but a lot of good quarterbacks throw interceptions. They have off days, but he's good.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah, but I don't know. He's not in the class of I don't think of like Manning and Brady. You see Brady the other night. Them guys are right on target every single time. And then that's 80-90% of the game now. The pros, the quarterback, because he throws every other play. So I don't know if
they played what was it, San Francisco a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
and they was using the backup goalie.
Yeah,
or backup quarterback.
Yeah,
and won big time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's maybe you're right, but
yeah, they got to draft or trade.
This next game will tell the difference when they play Green Bay, because they're both 8-5.
Yeah, right. Well, it's going to be close, I think, but I would say if I was a betting man, I'd put my money on Green Bay. Now, on top of it, they don't have Robbie Gould now, the kicker, right? I mean, he was accurate from 50 yards, but now he's hurt, so he's out. So how are they gonna score field goals?
Well, I still think it's going to end up like I told you back in October.
Yeah.
It'd be Green Bay, Chicago, Vikings, and Detroit.
Yeah, I think you're going to be right on that prediction. All right, Wayne. Hey, buddy, thanks for the call, and let's keep in touch. Huh? You get up to Addison, and let's go buy some T-shirts from USA Company, okay?
Or buy some property.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, give them that address again. Give them that website, Wayne, where they can buy some real estate or sell some real estate for you.
Well, it'd probably be easier just to leave my phone number.
Yeah, go ahead.
630-235-5880.
Wayne H. O'Brien. All right, Wayne, thanks an awful lot, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye now.
All right.
All right, hey, we'll be right back. Listen to these messages. Very important.
Hi, everybody. The Donna Sports here. Hey, you guys, it's time to get out and golf. The DuPage County Forest Preserve courses are open. Maple Meadows at 272 Addison Road in Wooddale. It's a links-type course that is in great shape and no trees to hit. That's what a links-type course is, not many trees. Oak Meadows at 900 North Wooddale Road in Addison is a traditional course with trees, beautiful flowers, and not many sand traps. And the price is reasonable. And get this, it has the longest bar in DuPage County for the 19th hole. And Green Meadows on 63rd and Westmont, a shorter course that is in great shape also. All of these courses are waiting for you at reasonable prices. Call Oak Meadows at 630-595.
Primerica is one of the largest financial services marketing organizations in the nation, with approximately 95,000 licensed independent representatives. Primerica is an industry leader in financial services. I'm Mike Figarelli, an independent representative and senior vice president in the Bensonville area, and the company's goal is to help ordinary families prepare for their financial futures. We've shown many local families how to do just that, and we are prepared to grow locally by providing people with financial solutions as well as a great business opportunity. As an independent representative with Primerica, you can build a business of your own, part-time or full-time. To learn more about the Primerica business opportunity, call me, Mike Figarelli, at 630-860-0033. Again, that's 630-860-0033.
Y'all ready for this?
Sports got some great calls in. My buddy Shadow Raybach gave us a call, and Wayne H. O'Brien, the H stands for houses or hockey. We talked a little hockey, a lot hockey actually, with Wayne H. O'Brien. But let me just go back to the Bears here, folks. Now, this Sunday coming up, the Packers at noon, 12 o'clock noon, with 3 months between. This is, I'm reading this from, the Daily Herald back a couple months ago. And it's pretty much online, Bob Laguerre, all right? This is Week 15, Packers, December 16th, noon on Fox. With 3 months between matchups, much could change for both teams. Yes, he's absolutely right, especially the Bears. But there's a good chance the NFC North title will still be at stake. Packers have won 3 of the last 4 meetings at Soldier Field. Boy, that's you would think your home turf, you'd protect it a little better than that. At Soldier, including the 2010 NFC Championship. Now, the result, he's saying the Bears are going to win. Okay, this is Laguerre in the Daily Herald, and their record will be 9-5. They're pretty close to that. And then he's got Week 16, which is at Arizona, December 23rd, 3:25 on 5. Okay, who knows whether it will be John Skelton or Kevin Kolb at quarterback by this point. I think a little bit of a quarterback controversy there. Maybe rookie Ryan Lindley. Despite the uncertainty at the most important position, the Cardinals still went 7-2 down the stretch last season. That's pretty good. But they're not that good this year. And they still have wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald as an underrated defense. The result, though, the Bears should win. At that point, their record's going to be 10-5. That's what Laguerre saying. Okay, Week 17 at Detroit, the last game. Wow, December 3rd. But at Detroit, and it's indoors, a playoff berth could be at stake Bears have won 7 of the last 8 meetings versus the Lions, but they lost 24-13 last season at Ford Field. Yeah, that's right. They did lose that game when they allowed Javid Best to rush for 163 yards. I don't even think Best is with them anymore. On just 12 carries, and Calvin Johnson to pick up 130 yards on only 5 catches. The result, he's saying the Bears are going to lose to Detroit, and their record should be 10-6. That's what Laguerre's saying, but I don't know about that. I thought perhaps they would be that, maybe 9-7, because I don't think they're going to beat the Packers at Soldier Field. They'll probably beat Arizona. In Arizona, nice warm day. Arizona's not that good. And at Detroit, though, Detroit's due to win the game. They lost so many close games, and it probably wouldn't mean much to them as far as the division title. So they'll law of averages, they'll probably beat the Bears at that. I mean, too bad, but they're not the '85 Bears anymore. But I think they should draft a quarterback. Really, be honest with you, I know Jay Cutler. He's probably a pretty nice guy, but I don't know. Sometimes, to me, he's a little too casual about it. Could be a little more fiery, I would think. And some of the plays the Bears call and what they run, they could use some improvement there. He's getting sacked, so wouldn't you do a lot of draw plays or a wide out, a pitch to the wide out, rather than trying to run up the middle? How about a screen pass or a bubble screen? But no, they don't. They just say, well, Forte will go around the end, and they know it's coming. Kind of maybe they're too predictable. They got to change it up a little bit and do some surprises every once in a while. And you can't. Then that one play, Lovey, it was 4th and 1. What was it, 2 weeks ago? And they went for it at about the 30-some yard line, figuring they'd jam it down the throat of what was it, Seattle maybe? But you can't do that nowadays games. And guys, everybody's just as big as you are. You got to be smart. You fake it up the middle and you go around the end, or you fake that because they know they're coming right there, man against man, and you can't outman anyone anymore. You got to outthink them. You got to outsmart them. Everyone's 300 pounds just about on the line. So that was not a smart call there, I don't think. All right, we're going to just change gears here a little bit, waiting for a few calls to come in. And let me just, when Jack calls, I'm going to review this. Let's talk a little baseball right now. And I've got this beautiful book that my wife gave me, Champions, Chicago's 25 Greatest Sports Moments. And you sometimes forget how good the White Sox were, in 2005. You really, you forget it. It wasn't that long ago. But the White Sox end the 88-year wait for a World Series title. You guys remember that? They won in 4 games, and they were just so good. Chicago pitcher Bobby Jenks gives his catcher A.J. Pierzynski a hug after winning Game 4 against the Astros. They swept the Astros, and it wasn't even close. The pitching was just tremendous. But isn't it funny how, the players change so, and as I'm reading this, the names that come up, you go, oh, yeah, I wonder what happened to that guy and what happened to this guy. It was only 5-6 years ago. Making the first World Series appearance in the 44-year history of the franchise, that's the Astros. I imagine they're missing some guys, too. On Wednesday, they managed just 5 hits against Freddie Garcia. Now, see, Freddie Garcia, where's Freddie now? The White Sox celebrated on the field after the game. The pitching coach, Don Cooper, I think he's gone, was handed a cereal box with Mark Burley on the front. Now, Mark Burley's not with them anymore, right? Burley pitched 7 innings in Game 2 and came back to get the final out in the 14th inning of Game 3. Look at that, Burley, on White Series box, Cooper said. It's amazing. It's not going to sink in for a while. It's incredible, other than total elation. Bobby Jenks, there's another name, right? Remember Big Bobby? The 24-year-old closer who had not pitched in the majors before July earned the save Wednesday. After allowing a leadoff single in the ninth, Jenks retired the next two hitters on a sacrifice bunt and a foul out that Juan Uribe, there's another name, right? Where's Juan now? Caught while diving into the stand. Boy, do you remember? I can remember that like it was yesterday. What a catch. He just dove and caught the foul. And pinch hitter Orlando Palmeiro. Geez, that's right. Palmeiro was on the team. Came up at the last hope for the Astros. Well, that was with the Astros. He chopped a ball over Jenks' head, but Uribe swooped in from shortstop, gathering the ball and whipping it to a throw to first baseman Paul Konerko. Well, there you go. Konerko's still with the Sox. And catcher A.J. Pierzynski still with the Sox, that we know. He leaped into Jenks' arms, setting off a championship party 88 years in the making. We were solid the whole time, said Carl Everett, another name, right? Yeah, he's not with the Sox anymore, who went 4 for 9 in the series. Our pitching was great. We had great defense, and it showed tonight. Uribe came up so clutch. He's the best shortstop in the league right there. Without him, tonight we'd still be playing. So that was a little walk down memory lane. The White Sox win the World Series in 2005. Boy, that was terrific. I remember watching it with my son and my two grandkids, Isabel and Nick, and it was just so exciting, you know. But let's hope it'll be coming around pretty quick soon, huh? It'd be great if that would happen again. All right, we'll take a fast break, and we'll be right back. All right, Johnny. I'd like you to go over to Addison Advantage of Addison, a car care center. Why? Because they have a free inspection for your brakes, your exhaust, your struts, your shaft, ball joints, radiators, water pumps, timing belts, tires, wheel bearing. You realize that there are that many things that would be done on a car?
Hey, that's all called preventive maintenance, right?
That's absolutely right. Yeah, it's absolutely right.
You can't be too safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get in there but if you do need some things, there's a $20 bonus voucher for any service over $250, which that save you $20, and a $5 bonus voucher. I keep saying voucher, $5 off any service over $30. That'd be easy to do. An oil change would be that. You'd get $5 off. They're located at 885 Lake Street in Addison. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6. On Saturday from 8 to 3, give Dominic or Leon a call at 630-543-1397. All right, that's Auto Advantage of Addison, Car Care Center. Great guys. They have best warranty around and the longest warranty around. Brakes, $70 off on a brake job with a 4-wheel lifetime warranty. Can you imagine that? And a 1-year warranty on all labor that they do. All work comes with a warranty. So if you need your oil change, you need transmission, you need flush, or front end work, fuel pumps, whatever you could think of on your car, go over to Addison Advantage of Addison at 885 Lake Street in Addison. Call Dominic or Leon, 630-543-1397. Back to Donna Sports here on the Donna Sports Show at the beautiful John DeVita's Broadcast Center on the Northwest Side, Windy City Hometown Entertainment Network, www.windycityhometown.com. Call-in number is 708-453-5114. And also, I guess, Johnny, you can hear us every so often on Smooth 88.1 WX in Harwood Heights. Is that right, John? Or is it Jack FM 89.7 where they can hear the show? Both of them? Oh, all right. You can hear both of them. That comes out of Ridgewood High School, and of course Kevin there is the manager. So try to listen to the show and give us a call if you want to be on the show. Let me know. On the line with me now is my good friend NASCAR Jeff. Hello, Jeff.
Good morning, Don, and good morning, John.
Yes, yeah. The House Wizard. How are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm busy. I've been busy down in my workshop making presents for Christmas.
Yeah, well, making them, huh?
Well, making. I try to make as much as I can. I try to make American-made products by the House Wizards.
Yeah, you mean like a little carving of wood or something, or you put stuff together, Jeff?
Well, I for my niece and my nephew, I made a couple of handmade boats out of piece of oak.
Really?
Yeah, and my mom, I made a coffee table. I sent it to her.
Oh, wow, good for you.
And, things like that. And
yeah.
I make little pine cone people. And anyway, just...
Yeah, do you make model things, like model boats, Jeff, and things like that?
Model boats, model cars.
Really?
Yeah, I'm working on a train right now. It's taking me a while, but...
Yeah, what's a train? What's HO mean, Jeff, in that?
Oh, that's just the different scales. You got N gauge, you got Z gauge, N gauge, HO, O, LGB.
Is that right? Which is the most popular?
HO seems to be the most popular, although the LGB is growing. That's the biggest ones you can get, actually.
Oh, really?
Outside of having your own railroad, like what you have at who has that? The kind that you can ride in your backyard, the big ones.
Well, yeah.
I forget that it's a small scale, but yeah. The LGB are the ones where they have the pretty good sized trains.
Mm-hmm. So. Yeah, are they worth like an old HO model, or like they used to have, 40, 50 years? Are they worth money now if someone's got one in good shape?
I deal with that. I do a lot of my friends. I just got into it not too long ago. A couple of my friends are antique dealers, and I go around and try to see if I can find and trade mostly.
Really?
Yeah, I've got in Lionel. That's actually pretty. Lionel is the old gauge, and that seems to be a pretty popular gauge.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. John's shaking his head. That's what he's got.
I've got one from when I was a kid. My dad sold me in 1962, I think it was. And my friend down the street, he's got some. He just sold to me. It was 1953 or 54.
Wow.
The one where the little steam comes out of it. You got the little,
wow.
liquid stuff. So I've got that now. So
is that what are we talking? A couple $100, Jeff, or more? Or
more? I mean, there's more. I know, guys. You're talking in some cases it could be thousands of dollars. It just depends.
Really?
Yeah. It just depends. It's like cars, same thing. I mean.
Yeah. Isn't that so? I didn't. It's funny what. Well, I always tell my wife what interests people. Now the reason I say that is because Sunday my daughter is interested in dance. My granddaughter, I mean, right? And so she's interested in dance, hip hop, and so on. Now every so often, or once a week or something, they have. They want to call them tournaments or meets, and we go in there at the high school. Jeff, I swear to God, there must have been 5,000 people there watching their kids dance, and so and it's on their mind. You could tell they're almost not professionals, but they can't wait to go to a dance meet to dance. And it's amazing how. And now here we're talking about model trains. I imagine if they have a display somewhere or a show, right? They must have shows, right?
They have shows all the time. DuPage County Fair always has them once a month.
Yeah.
And they're all over. You just go in there, buy, sell, trade.
Is that right? It's amazing.
Else, yeah.
Then you can walk in.
County has them once in a while, and not very often, but it's always the flea market once a month. But
yeah.
The thing is, the trains are kind of it's in a lull. A lot of people aren't buying trains. In fact, a lot of people aren't buying a lot of anything anymore. They're computers. People are going to the computerized games and the Wii and Xbox, and it's kind of taken away from all those other toys. But Lionel, and I encourage people to really. There's a book on them, and there's also a film out there on them. You got to look it up. But on the history of the Lionel train, just in the Lionel train, how it goes, how the company survives a number of times.
Was there a guy named
bankrupt?
Was Lionel? Was that a guy's name? Was that Mr. Lionel or something? Who started
I
it?
recall it was a guy that his last name was Lionel.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And he started. Go ahead, John wants to jump. Go ahead, jump in, John.
You know, when I was with the WJJG, there was a gentleman that called in.
I don't hear John there.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a gentleman that called in and had a big train show in Broadview. Right there, I think it's on just south of Warsaw's West restaurant over there.
Oh, yeah, in Roosevelt, 22nd or one of those. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And also, I had a Lionel train, and of course now my grandson has it.
Mm-hmm.
But the older the engine and the train set is, the more expensive it is.
Is that right?
Yeah. So I bet what Jeff said about thousands of dollars, he's absolutely right, because I bet you the train could not. My dad bought my train when I was born in 1938, and you can imagine how much that would be now if you were to go to sell it.
Do you still have it, Johnny?
My grandson has it.
Oh, your
now.
grandson has it. I see. Yeah. Well, does he take care? Well, I'm sure he does. I mean, yeah, he's shaking. Is it in good shape? I mean, could you get a couple of grand for it?
Oh, I imagine we could, because when I.
But then again, like, someone's got to pay. It's worth that much, but you got to get someone who wants to buy it, right?
Yeah, that's
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, it's like these cars. The guys say, the car's worth $25,000, you know. Yeah, but who's going to buy a 37 Ford or something, right? I mean, someone will buy it eventually, I guess.
It's a specialty.
My dad used it in my bedroom when we lived over on Addison and Oakley. In my bedroom, my dad had a big board, two plywood, 4x8s, two of them, and he had a great big train set up there. And instead of running the wires across the board, he would drill down, and all the wiring for the switches and all the gatemen and all that stuff was all under the board. My dad spent hours and hours and hours building that.
Is that right? Yeah. It interests him. He likes it. It's
and
like.
Then he had model airplanes that he suspended from the ceiling, and they were like flying over the train set.
That's another thing too. You're right. Model airplane, Jeff.
Yeah.
When coming to the studio, I drive down Irving Park. There's a big field there that's and it's set aside for model airplanes.
That's right.
Yeah, well, I've got one right up by me.
Yeah.
Do you?
And they have crazy stuff out there.
Yeah.
They have a big air show during the middle of summer.
Yeah,
July.
The one you're talking.
It's big, and I'm telling you, they've got jets out there. I saw some amazing. It's worth going to. I mean, the thing that's really different from when I was growing up, now they're using foam. So if you break a wing or something, it's easier to glue back together than it is the balsa wood. Because everything I had when I was a kid was balsa wood. I made this huge 6-foot wingspan glider.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let Johnny jump in there for a minute. Hold on.
What you're talking about, Don, that's in Schiller Park on Irving Park Road.
Right.
That's just west of Carmelin on the south side of the street.
Yes.
And were they out there today flying airplanes?
Not yet, but when I go back, they'll be out there.
Yeah, because they're out there all the time. The only time you don't see them out there is when there's snow on the ground.
Yeah, isn't that something about different things interest people,
That's
like
right.
You go into a bowling alley and there's thousands of people bowling. Some people say, bowling, I don't like bowling. But you're right. People go to tournaments and they're in 3 or 4 leagues. It's just amazing. That's what I like about being in the entertainment business, so to speak, Jeff. You run into different things that people like,
The problem is, my wife would tell you I like too many things. Because I like all that stuff. I've got rockets here. I've got helicopters, boats. I probably have got a dozen remote control cars and other things, and along with my trains. Well, this is the time of year to mess around with them too. I mean, my trains, I usually don't work on them until fall and working through the winter, because in the summertime I'm busy doing the race stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's kind of hard to intermingle with the other two. But I've got like a layout down in my basement. I've got one it's all engaged. You got part of a one that I just started at the HO, and my Lionel, they're my prized possessions. I got them sitting in like a little bit of a case down there.
The only time I ever take them out, I run them all the time, but it just goes back and forth. But the only time I really take them out is this time of year because they're meant to go around the Christmas tree. That's the way they were when I had my dad. My dad was alive. When I was living at home, it was always around the Christmas tree.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, do your kids like the trains, Jeff?
Well, everybody's into the radio control, but yeah, I mean, pretty much. I've got some new kids down the block that come in. They're refugees. The church that's behind me takes care of them. A lot of people I know go to it, so they bring them over.
Yeah.
They always want to see Mr. Jeff's trains. So they're down here. In fact, some of them help me do stuff on here. So we're just in the middle of doing some scenery stuff.
Oh, how do you like that? Well, good for you. All right, Jeff, listen, we didn't talk too much NASCAR, but let's do that a little bit. Where are we now? Down in Pocono, or where are they running now?
Season's
Charlotte?
over with. Season's over with. It's been over with since last month, and they're all tucked away. All the little cars are tucked away until next year, which is February. In the middle, as soon as February comes around, you'll just start looking in the news and on the TV. You'll see it's usually about the third week they start racing. Right now it's an off season, and they're just doing testing.
Oh, okay.
They got these new. Next year's going to be interesting. It's really going to be an interesting year because they got a totally different car now. They're doing manufacturers' cars. They're going to be more like the ones that you see in the showroom.
Oh, okay.
And so all the mechanics and everybody involved in racing is not going to know how they're going to react with one another until they start racing, which is going to be in February. So
that'll
they're just
start
getting all the bugs worked out of them, and it'll be an interesting show because all the pit crews and the crew chiefs and everything won't know what to do at each race that they go to, each track that they go to every week, and it's going to be, I think, a pretty interesting ball of wax. Plus, they changed a few rules, but
well, that should be interesting for the fans. All right, hey Jeff, thanks an awful lot, buddy. I got a couple more calls coming in, and nice talking to you.
Merry Christmas to you, John, and everybody out there, and I look forward to talking to you many more moons.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jeff. All right, bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
NASCAR Jeff, that guy's quite talented. All right, Johnny, we're going to take a break, and we got to get Big Jack Ryan on. Hi, everybody. This is Don Figueroa of Don Sports talking about Wayne Houses O'Brien. For all your real estate needs, call Wayne Houses O'Brien. Yes, the H stands for houses. At 630-235-5880 or visit his website at flyingrealtor@yahoo.com. That's right. He's a pilot. He'll take a picture of your home from the sky. Whether you're buying or selling, call Wayne at 630-235-5880. He has residential, commercial, and investment properties. He is honest, hardworking, and friendly. Those are all the traits you want in a realtor. He loves hockey and he loves to fly. Again, call Wayne Houses O'Brien at 630-235-5880 or visit him on his website at flyingrealtor@yahoo.com. Hi, everybody. I'm here with Ralph Venturini from Ozzy's, the world's best subs, at Wolf and Grand in Melrose Park. Hi, Ralph. Ralph, tell the folks a little bit about the history of Ozzy's.
Well, I'll tell you what. It started in 1971. It was a little grocery store, and my father decided that it came up for sale, and he decided that he would take advantage and go ahead and buy this little business and take a whirl at it. Mm-hmm. And it was just a tiny little 800-square-foot space, and him and my mom ran it, and they learned it. And
all right, give me the ingredients of your great Italian subs.
Well, I'll tell you, the Italian has 3 kinds of meat. We put provolone cheese on it, Italian dressing, lettuce and tomatoes, and if you like, you can add pickles, onions, and peppers, and let me tell you, this sandwich is excellent.
Come on, folks, get out to Ozzy's at Wolf and Grand. Open 24 hours. Give them a call at 847-455-0845. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Don Figueroa here to Donna Sports with Big Jack Ryan on the line. Hello, Jack.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jack. Boy, we've been hashing a lot of stuff here, Jack, before we got you on there. You know, we talked Bulls and the Bears and NASCAR, and we didn't talk about Notre Dame football yet, but we hope that they come through on the championship night. Jack, are you flying down there to watch them?
Yeah, but without the plane, though.
Your arms will be tired.
Yes, sure will.
All right, Jack, what are we going to do about the Bears? How can they improve? Or, they look
like injuries on them in for the most part.
Well, yeah, but Jack, don't all teams have injuries? Not only the Bears.
Oh, sure.
They seem to overcome it somehow.
You can, but you have a certain combination. How do you replace Brian Urlacher for one?
Well, yeah, all right. Well, okay, I'll agree with you on that. But wait a minute. No, look at the Packers lost their guy in the middle there, that blonde-haired guy. What the heck's his name? Matthews?
Yeah, Matthews.
Yeah, right. Now, he hasn't been playing for a couple of weeks, so you know what I mean? And the Packers been winning. I mean, I'll go with that injury thing a little bit, but that, to me, sometimes, all teams have injuries. You have to adjust for that. Say, hey, wait a minute. What happens if so-and-so's out or this or that? You know what I mean? They just, Urlacher's out, so we're going to lose, They put Briggs in the middle or something and get another guy, But I think, and sometimes they're play calling too, Jack,
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
I think with the defense that the Bears have... Hello?
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead, Jack. Yeah.
With the defense that the Bears have, it's almost like a domino effect, though. I mean, in many ways, the way Urlacher plays, he was still a safety because he was like the last resort, and he did oftentimes was the last resort to closing a play down. So, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Well, I think they need a little change of philosophy. I remember Lovey saying, we depend on takeaways, okay? We practice on takeaways. Well, okay, which is, it's good. But you don't go into the game saying, we're going to take the ball away from the other team, every single time, We're going to intercept a pass. We're going to rip it out of their arm. You know what I mean? You can't, I mean, if it's a turnover, it's a turnover. It's going to happen. All teams have. But that's not how you... approach a game that, we're going to win on turnovers, I can't see that philosophy. You practice your pass routes, you practice your blocking schemes, that's what wins game.
I guess you...
Yeah, so I mean, I think they need a whole new change of philosophy somehow.
I guess obviously you can't count on a turnover.
Right.
You have to be opportunistic when the situation present themselves, but nonetheless.
Yeah, they're counting on it. They're going to say, we're going to have 5 turnovers this game. Yeah, but Lovey, what if you don't have 5 turnovers, Right. That's how you stop them, by ripping the ball out of their arms. And then another thing, too, with that sometimes, Jack, if you're out in the open and you go for the ball and miss it, what happens? The guy's gone, You can't always rip it out of his arm. You got to You got to tackle the guy first, Tackle him, put your arms around him. Don't just bump into him real hard so he drops the ball, We were taught to tackle a person first, right?
You go back about 4 weeks or so, the Bears were hitting on all cylinders then, though.
When?
About 4 weeks ago. So
everything
was hitting.
Right, but it's not consistent, Jack. It's not,
right. Obviously.
It's not consistent. What of our Irish can now? I like the philosophy of what's the coach, Brian Kelly. I like his philosophy, and he of course he's got a good quarterback too. That helps. He's got a mobile quarterback that's pretty accurate too. And,
a couple of them.
Is he only a freshman? Is he only a freshman?
Yes.
Whoa. Isn't that something? But boy, I tell you, I'm pulling. But Jack, there's so many love-hate relationships with Notre Dame. I wonder why that is. I mean, I'll talk to someone. The minute I start talking. I said, "Oh man, I hate Notre Dame." I go, "What the for what?" Well, I don't know. I just And then otherwise, then there's some fans, that they're just, well, man, they live and die.
Sure.
It's funny how they've. It's so polarized, one way or the other,
Yeah, there's very few neutrals.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe because they were winning. But doesn't everybody like a winner? Why not? I mean, remember back 30, 40 years ago with, Notre Dame, you couldn't beat them,
Mm-hmm.
And what's wrong with that? Everybody wants to win, right? And the minute they start winning, so then they don't like them. Geez, how do you figure that out? But, Jack, I was reminiscing a little bit here in this beautiful book I got from my wife, and it was about the White Sox, in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it funny how it wasn't that long ago, but as I'm reading it, what happened to these guys? What happened to Bobby Jenks, right?
He's out of baseball now.
Yeah, is he out completely?
Yeah.
Totally? And
as far as I know.
Yeah, and how about Creedy, Joe Creedy?
Back problem. He's out of baseball.
Yeah, see that? And how about Uribe, Juan Uribe?
I think he was still with the Giants, wasn't he?
Was he? Okay.
I think he was, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny how, as I'm reading it, you wonder what happened to all these guys. It wasn't that long ago. But it's such a short, in a way, when a guy goes 10 or 15 years, that's pretty almost unusual,
Yes, it is. Yeah.
But geez,
well, every year there are all the changes anyway. But you don't pay attention.
Yeah, who were their outfield? Who were their outfield? Oh, who were their Jermaine Dye? Who were their outfield?
Right field, Aaron Rowland in center field, and Scott Podsednik was the left fielder.
I think Podsednik's still playing. I think Podsednik. I think
Rowan is still playing.
And Rowan still play too. Yes,
yeah.
Isn't that amazing how they just broke them up, or they went into different teams, But Konerko's still there. How many guys are left? I think it was Konerko and Przynski.
And as of right now, Przynski isn't signed. I know that. Mm-hmm. As of now, he isn't. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. They should sign him. I would think, one more year or so. He still can hit good, and I hope they don't change too much. They only lost. They were only 3 games out, and nobody even predicted that. So I hope they don't make too many changes. All right.
No.
All right, Jack.
They're taking the position the bottom, so. The division.
Well, you have Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, and take care of yourself.
Yeah, you and your family, little grandson there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And wish him the best for us from the Donna Sports Show, okay?
Okay.
All right, Jack, thanks again. All right.
Bye.
All right, folks, hey, we're going to wrap it up, I think, huh, Johnny? We're almost done, huh? We covered quite a few things. We got calls from my buddy Shadow Raybach. We wish him well, but he's getting out of rehab in a day or two. And Jack Ryan called, Wayne H. O'Brien, NASCAR Jeff, Mike Sandrolini, probably on assignment. He's a writer, and he sometimes can't always get to a phone if he's on assignment. And Johnny, thanks an awful lot. Appreciate it, and you have a good Merry Christmas, and we'll get on next month sometime. Okay?
Okay. Well, I just want to wish you and your wife a very, very Merry Christmas, and your family.
My wife Julie.
And your wife Julie. And I tell you, Don, it's been really a pleasure. All the years you and I have known each other, both.
Going back 10, 12 years.
Going back to Berkeley, and of course now over here in Norwich. So again, you've been a great friend. You're a great pal, and I really enjoy working with you, Don. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you and the entire Figarelli family.
Thank you. I feel the same way about you, Johnny. Thanks. All right, Johnny, I got to go, buddy. That was fun.
Here on stage with a mic in my hand, busting it loud to the crowd. The age is 20, I'm from the south.